Welcome to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for being here. And I am very, very happy you are here to learn again. And in today's video, I will be showing you how to create lists and segments in Constant Contact. So before we get started, I want to say I really appreciate you taking time to watch this video, and please do not forget to like and share this video to anyone you feel might be in need of it. And also you can turn on the notification bell so that you can get notifications whenever a new video drops. Okay, so we in this video I'll teach you how to create a list and a segment. I want you to know that there's actually a difference between the two. One is automatically updated while the other is constant. So let's create a list and segment in Constant Contact. So when you click on list and segments, then you click on the button create new, and you can choose whether you want to create a segment or you can choose whether you want to create a list. So if you pick a segment, you are saying that you want to create a set of criterias, and if any of the contacts you have fitting into those criterias, then they will be added into that segment. Whereas if you create a list, you are saying that if you create that list, then you can manually add contacts into all of those lists. So, um, first of all, want to create a list. You click on create list and you click on continue, and you can decide to name the list whatever you want. So, I want to name this Upspot list or hotspot. Then you can click on save. So when you click on save, as you can see, it has added another list into my Constant Contact account, and you can decide to select existing contacts that you have into this list, or you can decide to upload new contacts. I already made a video on how you can upload new contacts into Constant Contact, so you might want to check that over here. So after you've created this list, you can do one of these two options to bring a new list. Now let's create a segment. If you go back to list and you click on create new and you click on segment. So now if you want to click on segment, you are going to decide which segment you think you need for your business. So do you want to check those people who have opened and who are from a particular lead source, or those people who are currently in a particular lead status, or those people who are even currently from a particular country? So let's add criteria. You can check for the contact profile, and you can check for the birthday month. You can check for the company, their city. So you can check for whichever one you want. And also, if you have created custom fields, you can also click on custom fields and select whichever custom fields you have added. For email activities, you can check for those people who have clicked your emails, for those people who have not clicked your emails, and for people who have opened your emails, and for people who have not opened. We Those people who have been sent emails and those people who have not been sent. You can also check for their engagements, the current engagement or the previous engagement. You can also check for the list membership. So you can check for contacts in a particular list, and you can also check their SMS status. You can also check the sources and the last updated and their source name. You can also check for tags. So if they are currently in any tag, you can also use that as a criteria. Upgrade before I need to upgrade before I can use the shopping activities, and this will help if you have an e-commerce store or if you sell on any e-commerce platform. So after you've decided what to use, you can then come into them one by one and start choosing what you want. So for instance, I want to say if the home country, whether USA or Germany or whatever, or Nigeria, or if it is not USA, or if it contains, and you can include the countries you want to include. If the home country is set, you are saying that if the home country is not blank, that means if the home country has a value. And you can also decide to say if it is blank and if it starts with. So I want to say if the home country is USA, And also I can decide to choose whether to use and or I can use or. So what this means is that if I'm picking hand, I'm saying that I want both of these conditions to be fulfilled, or every of the conditions to be fulfilled if I use hand. And if I use or, I'm saying that any of these conditions can be fulfilled for this filter to work, for the contact to be segmented. So that means it is possible that the first one um, is triggered and the second one is not triggered. It is going to work if you use the or condition. But if you use the hand condition, that means both of them must work together. So if one works and the other did not trigger, then this segment is not going to be created. So I want to say the home country is USA, and so I can choose another criteria in here, and I want to say that I want to choose my custom field, and let's say that my lead source is from, I can say, contains, let's say, websites. So I'm saying that if people are from USA and they are from my website, then that means this segment is going to be created for that particular contact. And I can also decide to add another criteria group, and that will be done in here. You can click on add another criteria group. When you click on add criteria group, you can click on, maybe you want them to be in a particular list. For let's click on list membership, and we can use is, yeah, so let's say they belong to HubSpot accounts or they belong to my contacts. You can pick whichever list you want them to come from, and you can also add in another criteria. And don't forget your hand or or whichever one you want to use. And you can also decide to use your tags. So if they are in a particular list and they are tagged, um you can choose is, or you can choose is not, or you can choose is set. So is set means that it is not blank. Is set is the opposite of is blank. And you can also decide which tag you want to include. So you can choose new lead, or you can choose whichever tag you have in your account. So instead of using hand, you can use her, but I want to use an over here. So I'm saying that if the country is USA and the lead source is website or contains websites, and another set of group is that if list membership is my contact and the tag is new leads. So what this means is that all of these conditions must be fulfilled before any contact can come into this segment. You can also decide to use the or for the other segment group. So we have two segment group right now, or we have two criteria group right now. Sorry, we have two criteria group. This is the first one, and this is the second one. If you are using or, you are saying that the first one must be fulfilled, or you're saying that the first one can be fulfilled or the second one can be fulfilled. So any of them can be fulfilled before this um, this segment works. And if you are saying hand, you are saying that both of this criteria group must work before they can be added to that segment. So that is how to create a segment in constant contact. So when you are done and you've added all of your criteria group, you can even add another additional criteria group here. But I think this is enough. And I want to use and here. Sorry, I want to use or here. So when I use or and I'm done with all of the criteria I want to add, I can click on save segment. But before I click on save segment, I want to change this segment name, and I want to name this alt leads. I can then click on OK, and I can click on save segment, and I have 20 contacts in my segment. So that is how to create segments. And you also want to make sure that you know the criteria you want to create, the criteria you want to create for these segments before you start creating them, because it can get confusing pretty fast. So you want to make sure that you have your mind set on what segment you feel you are going to need in your constant contact account. And you can also use this segment if you want to send an email campaign, or you can also send an email campaign directly to all of those people in this lead segments instead of sending to everyone in your account. So that is how to create a segment. And also, do not forget to subscribe to this channel, and also do not forget to like this video. I will see you in my next video. Bye.